So, welcome to today's session on the Sharp S25 and 13 reasons why you will love using it in your classroom for grade 3s to 6s. It is appropriate for grade 7s as well as for grade 2s. But this is the general age, grade 3 to 6, the most use you're going to get out of it. So here's the plan for today. I'm not going to go through it simply because we are actually going to go through it through the presentation, but these are the 13 reasons that I counted. But just on the side, it's blue, which is really cool. It has a big screen so you can easily see the numbers. It has 10 digits and not the standard 8. So you can do those fun crossword puzzles with the words and stuff. And I do have a worksheet on that. If you want, just remind me and I'll share it at the end of the session. It's ergonomic, so it's designed to actually fit. So when you receive your calculators, you'll see that it's actually grooved to fit the little person's hands, which is really nice. So just some quick pointers. It does have a solar panel, so you don't have to worry about the battery running out, which is really nice. It has these wonderful Q buttons. I've lost my mouse somewhere. Oh, there it is. The Q, the plus, minus, times, divide, and times table, which I'll get into in a little bit. Your cancel and your switch or clear completely, which is cancel all, and then your CCE, which means just clear the previous step that I've done. And then we'll go through the rest, your integer button, your percentage button, and so on. So the first thing that I want to show you, and this is the most coolest thing for grade 3s to 6s, is your mental maths practice and your counting. So reason 14 on top of the other 13 reasons is that this mental maths actually requires no marking on your side. Awesome, right? So how do we do that? I've actually taken photos here just to show you the steps, and then after this I'll actually show you a video of me going through it. So basically, if you press the Q button, you'll get here and it will show up with a little number in the corner of your screen. So you'll have a choice of 25, 50 or 100 questions. And then if you use the plus, minus, times, divide button, you'll see that you can choose between plus or minus or times or divide. And then those are the different parameters that those questions go up to. So let me show you how it works in my video. Forgive my little finger, I didn't paint my nails today. So, so there's your choice of your numbers. There's choosing what sum to do. And then you press enter to select it and it'll give you a random question. Okay, so I'm just going to pause here. So once you've got that question, you type in the answer like I did here, and you would press equals, and you'll see that you get a tick at the top. Then it'll give you a new question. Now, if you type in the answer wrong, it's going to mark the question wrong, and then it's going to ask you the same question over again. Okay, and it will keep asking you until you get the question right. So it's very, very patient. If you are stuck and you don't know what the answer is, so I'm going to make it wrong again on purpose. I promise it's on purpose. And then again, it will repeat it for you. Do you see? Now, if you're stuck and you don't know the answer, you can just press the equals button. It shows you that answer, and then it moves on to the next question. So even though you didn't get the question right this time, you won't get a mark for that, but you are learning from your mistakes. So next time when you see that question, you'll know that 60 divided by 12 is 5. So I've done the mixed questions here. So I'm just cheating and zipping through them using the equals button. So I won't get any marks for this, which you'll see right at the end of the presentation. And you'll see the questions are completely random. It's never the same set of questions again. So it's a really nice way to practice just the basic mental maths. So of course, it's going to ask me 12 times 6. There we go. And I get a tick. And my last question, and I get another tick. Yay! So I got 3 out of 25 or 12%, which is fantastic. Okay, so sorry, let me move on. So then the other next nice thing that you've actually got is a counting ins function. So that is just practicing your plus minus. The times and divide is mixed questions. But what counting in does is it allows you to choose the particular thing that you want to count in. So you can count in sevens, you can count in fives, up to 12. So between 1 and 12. Okay, so here, all I've done is press the 7 button. Okay, and once I'm done, I just press equals. And what happens is it will it'll ask me 7 times 1 is, and then 7 times 2, 7 times 3, 7 times 4. So you're counting in sevens, essentially. So you type in 7, 14, 21, and so on. So it's a really great way to practice up till 12 again. Then the other nice thing that you can do is to create patterns. So this is a nice fun one for your students. So what you do is you type in the number you want to start with. So I want to start at 8 and I want to keep adding 3. So I press plus 3. Then I just keep pressing my equals button and it will keep counting or adding 3 to my previous value. So it's a really nice way to generate patterns with your students and to allow them to try and come up with their own patterns or to figure out what pattern you've given them by testing it and so on. Then you can also create a pattern by multiplying with the constant, which I've done in this video here. So what I'm going to do is just show you that very quickly in a video. So we started with the number that you want to multiply with, which is 5. And then you press times 2 to start with that number. And then we keep multiplying by 5 every time. So I just keep pressing equals and it will keep multiplying by 5 to generate that pattern. Then, oh dear, it's repeating itself. Here we go. Then you can also do the same pattern with subtraction and division. So let me show you here. So we started off with 100 and then we minused 5, for example. And if I just keep pressing equals again, we'll keep subtracting 5. So now I'm counting backwards, essentially. If you did division, you could say 100 divided by 2. And then if you keep pressing equals, it will keep giving you that same pattern over again. So that's a really nice way to do division. Okay, now the other really nice thing that you can do is a class mark shortcut. And this works on any Sharp calculator. So if you've joined us for the W5 workshop, you'll know the same shortcut. But you can do it on your little calculator, which is what makes it so cool. So I'm going to do the video with you afterwards, but here are the steps. And what I will do is share this presentation with you at the end of the workshop in the chat as well, if you want to download it straight away. So there's your, say for example, you want to convert to something out of 100. So if you are doing a percentage, so something out of 100, or if you're doing a CAS mark and it's say 30 or 25 or whatever. So you always start with what you are converting to. Then you divide it by what you want to, where you started from. So if you set a test which was out of 40, then you would say divided by 40. Then you press equals and it's going to give you a little ratio. So from that ratio, we press times and we type in our first student's mark. So our first student got 23 out of 40. So if we say times 23 and we press equals, we get 57,5. And if we round it off, it's 58%. Then the next one, all you would do is type in your next student's mark and press equals. So my next student got 36 out of 40 or 90%. So here's the video of that. So 100 divided by the total your test is out of equals. Then we say times, and we put in your first student's mark, which was 23. And we say equals, and it gives us this. Then our next student's mark, then our next student's mark, and so on and so forth. So you can keep going for as long as you like, and your whole class list is done. Now, some other nice things that we've added include the square root button, which is a grade 7 topic, but just as a heads up, it's nice to know that you can do it. So here's a quick demo of that. So you would type in the number you want the square root of first, and then press the square root button. So you don't need to press equals or anything else like that either. Then we also have the pi button. This is going very fast. So the pi button simply gives you a value of 3.14, just like pi. So here, if I show you quickly, you just press pi and voila. So that's your pi button, just gives you a value of 3.14. Then the percentage button, again, is also a grade 7 thing, but it's also really nice to know. So here are your steps. So we can say 120 plus, if we wanted to add 15%. And there we go. So that is 130. Cool. So that's all the fun tricks and stuff that I have to show you today. Then some other reasons to love your S25 is our Sharpies Rewards teacher program. So that's, if you sign up for the Sharpies program, you get points for doing things like attending this webinar. You can exchange your points for gifts. So this link here will help you to sign up. And of course, if you want to tell your friends about it, you can click on this link. Then we also have lots of free worksheets from Maths at Sharp as well. eClassroom, unfortunately, we do need to pay to use, which is a little bit sad. And then I've created my own Maths blog, which is the mathsjourney.com, which has grade 7 content at the moment. And then I'm going to slowly branch in both directions. But also really nice for the junior guys, worksheetworks.com has got epic worksheets. And what's really nice about them is that you can set it up to suit what you want. So if you want just meters, for example, if you're doing unit conversions, then you could have just meters or meters squared or something else along those lines as well. So guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you